Hello, here's Andreas Kisser from Sepultura, and you are on Loud TV. Enjoy. I think so. It's always great. You know, every album that Sepultura puts out, we try to bring something new, because we have the privilege to travel the world, you know, to go to many different places, tour with different bands, we meet different people, go to different countries, and you know, the ideas are always flowing in our heads, you know, and every time we are ready to record or to write new stuff, you know, we have a lot of new ideas to work with, and we were never really afraid of trying anything new, you know, and it's great when you pick up an album and you feel surprised about, you know, in a good way. I think every Sepultura album have that quality, let's say, you know. We don't try to make the same album. That's why we work with different producers as well, you know, to bring a new point of view, a new perspective on Sepultura's music, and it's very exciting, you know, and Machine Messiah is working great, you know, the response is being very positive. The tour that we are doing right now, we are playing a lot of new songs, and people really relating to the new songs. They know the album, you know, so it feels great, you know, it's a great start. Yeah, I mean, we wanted to do that, you know, really to explore our musicianship as, at the highest level. You know, we really prepare ourselves, you know, practicing in Brazil. We went home, we all have our home studios, you know, laptops and stuff. We did extra stuff at home, different edits, so we, you know, we worked a lot, like a lot of the possibilities, you know, to work with this. And of course Jens Bogren, the producer, came and brought a lot of new ideas, great suggestions, you know, the violins from Tunisia, the keyboards, you know, the horns, and you know, the orchestral stuff that worked so great, you know, in many different parts of the songs, and the instrumental song as well, something that we wanted to do, to use more of the classical guitar together with the band, you know, not only as an intro or acoustic song. And you know, it's great to have a drummer like Eloy in the band that brought like new possibilities, you know. He's really a musician who can play anything, you know, and it's great to have that possibility to write, you know, different stuff and more demanding or more difficult stuff, let's say, you know. So I think we all step up our game, you know. We really prepare, like I said, you know, physically and mentally and technically, you know, to go there and in Sweden and do the best that we could. Well, one is from Mars and the other one is from Saturn. It's totally different, you know, everything about, I mean, but both, you know, have a great deal of respect for Sepultura. You know, they know where we're coming from, they know our possibilities, our limits, you know, and that they have in common, you know, a great respect for Sepultura's career, and we have a great friendship now with Jens, the same as we have with Ross, you know. I mean, the chemistry we got was not only professional, but was really personal, you know, was something that we really enjoyed to work together. Like I said, it was not really a easy recording to make, but we, you know, both have a great sense of humor as well that really helps, you know, in a demanding recording like that. But you know, they're very different. Ross is more spiritual, you know, more into concepts and what means that and this, and a lot of more you know, spiritual, really, you know, to try to take art to different levels and stuff. And Jens is more detailed, more technical, you know, but I think Jens is a great mixer as well. You know, he did an amazing job on Machine Messiah, and but you know, like I said, that's why we change so much, you know, to go to different heads and different producers so we can really develop something different. Well, I hope so, you know, like, I mean, we all did, you know. It's like endless evolution, because like I said, we travel so much, we play in so many different situations, great festivals, great tours, great bands, small places, pubs, special shows, orchestras and everything, so it's great to see that he really developed his own abilities and took Sepultura to a different place, also we didn't want to find any clones, to try to repeat and to try to sound the same or look the same, we always since I joined the band as well, everyone who joined this band really brought a lot of new ideas and new influence that took Sepultura to different ways, and a lot of people are commenting about Machine Messiah, which is clean vocals and stuff, but since he came into the band, we are using this, On Against, we have songs like Common Bonds, on Nation, on One Man Army, Ways of Faith, and many other, songs, but I think this is the first time we put the song like that to open the album, That was the intention, really, to create this intro vibe, to create some kind of anxiety or expectation, to what's coming next, So, yeah, but like I said, everyone stepped its game, and I think it's his best work, like, by far. And not only singing technically, but also writing, great lyrics and the right words at the right time. Jens was really helpful on that part as well, so yeah, very happy, with everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the idea was not really a sci-fi futuristic idea, to create this utopic world, but rather what we see today, Once again, we travel the world, more technological countries, other not with so much technology, and we see, the differences and how people interact with that, and Machine Messiah, I think in the end, is trying to find this balance, to use robotics, but not to be enslaved by them, I think we should really develop our own intellect and our brain, connect to nature and lots of frequencies and energies that are out there that we cannot really explain very well, and really go towards more in that direction, and not only leave the robots to do everything for us. We are getting lazier, basically, I mean, for food, for women, for GPS, for everything. You have the apps and the smartphone, which is great, but we cannot really. You have to have some type of discipline, like anything, that you learn, or when you eat, when you do sports, when you do leisure time, you have to have a certain balance, so that's what we see today, and it's great that we can relate with that, because everybody's living at the same time this, different generations, like my son, my children and stuff, that are growing up with that, together. You see how much difference, it makes in how they see the world and everything, so I think it's a subject that we all can talk about, and that's great, it's not like imaginary world, but what we see now. There's a lot of the artificial intelligence that people are really working very, seriously about that. And I don't know, I don't see the point that much, I think it would be great, like I said, to develop our own, to get away with the phobias and division in religion and politics, to connect with something that you don't need names, you don't have to define things, but rather you feel things, But yeah, there's a possibility, of course. The development of robotics are so, insane and fast, that we could happen something like that. But let's be aware, people. Yeah. I mean, we have the same label. This is something that we were trying to do for many years, actually, to tour with Creator, not only here in the States, and do other stuff. And we finally, got this, new albums coming out at the same time, and it made sense now that we're here together. It's great. Lots of shows. We have the Creator tour finishing now in a week or so. We go back to Brazil to do a few gigs. Then we go to North America with Testament and Prong for 6 weeks or so. Coming back to festivals in the summer. We have Rock in Rio in Rio in September. And and see what the possibilities are for next year. But great stuff, maybe Japan and Australia as well. Play as much as we can.
What's your feeling when you're coming home?
Oh, it's fantastic, you know. If my kids remember me, it's even better.